Hi guys, you've joined me, Jon Watts, at the TruGolf Academy here at Drayton Park Golf Club, and today we're going to be talking about how to load your backswing correctly. We're going to be touching on a couple of points to do with weight transfer versus pressure, and really how we should wind up better in the backswing to apply more pressure into our trail leg. So for me as a right-handed player, that's my right leg. So the faults I tend to see, or I'm seeing a lot more of in the backswing, I think with golfers trying to keep their head dead still in the backswing, is I'm getting a number of golfers where they're coming to me and actually they haven't really ever shifted their pressure into their trail leg. They end up hanging more over their lead leg, their left side, maybe even their head moving slightly towards the target in the backswing. And from that position, all they can really do is lean backwards to try and stop that club crashing into the ground, to try and get some loft on it. So I'm getting a lot of golfers, you could call it a reverse pivot, ending up in this sort of position on the backswing where they're having to back up to get out of their way. What we really want to be able to do is load better into our trail leg, and from there we can sequence our downswing correctly using our feet, our knees, our hips, our ground upwards, so the correct sequence. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just grab a tall stick, and I've actually got one here with just a Velcro strap on. What you could do is just use the tall stick and push that through your belt loops. What I've done here, actually one of my pupils gave me this, probably one of the best cheap inventions I've got. It's just something that can go across my hips, just to demonstrate how much my hips are actually rotating. And I've got another cane, you'll see here, another tall stick on the ground. And I'm actually going to go and get in my setup position where that cane is just sort of level with my right thigh, so the inside edge of my right thigh, my trail leg there. And I'm going to hold the other club or cane across my shoulders. And what I want you to get into is a good golf posture position. And I'm going to ask you to turn your backswing, and you're trying to get this club across your shoulders in line with the cane that's on the floor. Allowing yourself to really load. I can feel a lot more pressure now into my trail leg, into my right leg here. So from that position, it'd be much, much easier to actually unwind with the lower body rather than starting out of sequence with the upper body. So again, I'm going to do that nice and slowly. I've got the club across my shoulders. I've got that cane in between my feet near my trail leg. So it's just on the inside edge of my right thigh. And I'm going to turn back and try and get the club or cane across my shoulders in line with the one on the floor. You can see there my shoulders have turned 90 degrees and my hips have turned around 35, 40 degrees. More flexible people out there, you'll be able to hopefully create less hip turn, more shoulder turn. Okay. What you'll see on the backswing, if I do that one last time, is I've created a nice straight line all the way up my left side. So up my lead leg, up my left leg, all the way up the side of my body there. Okay, and my head will have moved just a little bit away from the target. We're not looking for a real lateral shift to the right, but as I turn and load a bit more pressure into my trail leg, if my head moves half a head's width, for most golfers that's perfectly acceptable. We do need to, if we were throwing action, our pressure would move into our right leg before unwinding into our left leg. So we really need to get over this right side first of all. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these canes. I'm going to give it a go for you. So I'm really going to feel from here that I load more pressure into my right side, and from there I can sequence correctly with my lower body on the downswing. If it allows my head to, or it causes my head to move a little bit, then that's fine. As long as it's not excessive, I'm just going to shift my pressure more into my trail leg. And and then move through the ball. It's got a little right to target, but that's fine. A really nice flight to it and pretty good distance, 170 yards with my 7-iron. So I managed to get behind the ball and use my body correctly on the downswing. Now there's a couple of exercises. That one there with the tall sticks will work well for you. There's a couple other exercises I'm just going to quickly show you. One is really just using your shadow or maybe even your reflection in the mirror or the patio window, where you just allow your head actually to move just slightly behind the ball. So have a focus point there and just allow your head just to move slightly behind it on the backswing. And another one I want you to do is actually, as you make the backswing, I want you just to go ahead and allow your left foot, if you're a right-handed golfer, your lead leg, just to come off the floor slightly. So whether it's just the heel lifting or whether you actually go ahead and take the foot off the floor. Okay, so I just want you to feel that you're actually loading more pressure into that right side. A great exercise is actually to go ahead and actually hit some balls or make some swings from there. So as I swing back, I'm going to just allow my front foot to come off the floor, or at least my heel to come off the floor, so I'm loading a little bit more pressure into my right side on the backswing. So loading up and then hitting. And you can go ahead and then hit some shots from there. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit one more. That felt pretty good. Again, just a little fade, started pretty close to target. Nice strike, so I just allowed that front foot to come off the floor, trying to feel a little bit more pressure moving into my right thigh, my trail leg on the backswing, and from there I can sequence my downswing a lot better. You can do that with any club. I was hitting a 7-iron there. It's just as important, if not more important, actually, when you get onto the longer clubs, the driver, just to make sure that you're turning back behind the ball. I hope that helped.